I became an absolute retard and started making money. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jaco. If you guys are new here, I was able to document my entire journey on e-commerce starting from 6 months ago when I wasn't making a single penny off of e-commerce all the way to now where I have generated multiple six figures in revenue and still climbing and very confidently believing in the 7-figure mark by next year. I have been able to connect with hundreds and hundreds of other dropshippers and other business owners as well, and have made a lot of friends from starting this channel. And I've been able to connect also with a lot of people in person as well, and I've been doing a lot of really dope, insane shit that I did not think I would ever do. I'm going to Thailand in a week to go check it out before I inevitably move there for a year in 4 months. And I am beyond grateful and blessed to have shared this journey with you guys here. And to be honest with you guys, I wanted to talk to you about my experience with my first winning product and how I felt and how what I believed and kind of the steps that it took for me to reach that and go beyond that as well. A lot of people have a very meticulous method when it comes to deciding what business venture they want to get into in order to make money online. And I think that people are thinking about it the wrong way. People get kind of caught up with how to start and when to start and having all the knowledge before they actually make a single step towards anything of value. And this is obviously, and I think that this is a problem that happens a lot with people that have higher intelligence, is that they kind of overanalyze everything and they don't start until they have all of the information. This is not the way to do it. I think that the more dumb you get and the more you just test and stop thinking about the process and just do things before you know how to do them, that is exactly what I did that got me to my first $240,000 of revenue in 2 months. I remember I was so I was so locked in on making it work that I was testing some bullshit, and my website wasn't good, my creatives weren't great, I had ripped things on Calidata and I was running those and I didn't know how to scale, but I knew that if I just started and figured it out as I went, it would work. And I remember that a couple weeks before I had hit my first winning product, my roommate had hit a pretty decent amount of money on his product. It was around $15,000 within like 2 weeks. And this made me realize I'm doing something wrong, because I am meticulously taking 4 or 5 days to test one thing. And this is not quick enough. I am thinking way too much about this. And as soon as he hit a winning product, I told myself I am going to test these next 3 things in the next 4 days. And I tested one, and it got a couple sales, but it wasn't profitable. Moved on to the next one, got a couple sales, it wasn't profitable. And then, and literally, it almost seemed like I just chose to make more money. It seemed really like I knew exactly what it was that I needed to do to make the money, and it was to just start before I knew how. And as soon as I figured that out, as soon as I started before I knew how to start, as soon as I started testing before I even knew what pixels were, before I even knew what lookalike audiences were, before I knew what campaigns were the best, or before I even knew what an optimized website looked like or anything, before I even knew how to scale or even have a private supplier, I just tested. And that right there, that mindset of dumbing down and just acting is what got me to where I am today. And it is the mindset that will get you to where you want to be. No doubt in my mind. 3 to 4 months ago, I was still working as a server, and I have been fully self-employed the last 4 months. And it is scaling in a direction where I believe that very soon things are gonna go absolutely crazy, especially moving into Thailand and living there for pretty much for like 1 to 2 years in 4 months. This apartment here, we're gonna leave it, and we are going to Thailand. I am gonna be living there full time and doing e-commerce, and that's what it is. That's I know the struggle of being in that 9 to 5. I was working double shifts every single day. I was working double shifts, not every single day, 6 times a week, and dreading doing that. And coming home, and I would have 2 hours of free time, and all I would do was ecom, and I would do research and watch videos. But the thing that got me to where I am now, and the thing that I know will get you to where you want to be, is not the thinking, it's not the information, it's the acting. It's to do things even though you're being stupid with it and you're a beginner and you have no clue how to do it. But if you just start, then all of the information will be paved along the way for you and you will figure shit out as you go. I think people are very scared to start because they don't know enough. A lot of you guys are beginners, and you guys that are joining my Discord, you guys are beginners and you guys don't know how to start. And you guys are asking a lot of questions, and that's perfectly fine. It's great to ask questions, but the one piece of advice that I would give you is, even though you know nothing about it, you have to take a leap of faith and just begin doing things. I know what it feels like to be working those long hours. I know what it feels like to be working that 9 to 5. I know what it feels like to be hoping for more. I know what it feels like to see these YouTubers online making thousands and thousands of dollars online, and they're probably dumber than you. They don't know as much as you, and you feel like you are being left out. You feel like you're comparing yourself to other people. You're comparing yourself to people that have more than you, and you feel like you're smarter than them, but why can't you figure it out? You gotta dumb yourself down. You gotta be stupid. You gotta just act. Ecom is 100% possible. Dropshipping is possible. It is actually probably the best time to get into it right now, because I promise you that the online marketplace is not going away anytime soon. People are buying more and more online. Every single Q4 gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm not here to tell you what business model to choose from, but what I can tell you is that if you go back and see my videos, you can see that I started from literally zero. And not only have I gone from zero to thousands and thousands of dollars online, the people that have been around me since the start, the people that joined up and had a community with me and talked to me, and we discussed how to do things and what's the best way to scale and what's the best product to test and how to do the research. These are the people that I've also seen go from 0 to 10K, 0 to 50K, 0 to 100K. There's people that I know personally right now that are making $15,000 days, and it's all because I decided to just start the channel, just start ecom, just start documenting, just start. I promise you, that is the one thing that you are missing right now. I know what it's like to be on the other side of the screen watching these people talk about their experience and talk about their wins. I know what it's like. I've done it for months and months and months, and as soon as I stopped thinking and stopped overthinking and stopped trying to get as much information as possible and just start doing, that's when my life genuinely changed. I know it's not crazy, but because of ecom, because of dropshipping, I've been able to buy my dream camera. And my dream camera, I don't really spend much. I am, again, saving up to go move to Thailand. But this was the camera of my dreams, a Sony FX3. And I know it's not that crazy, but it is something to show you guys that it is possible, whether that's a nice car, a nice house, whether that's financial freedom, security, it's all possible. And it all begins right here by acknowledging that you're doing too much thinking, and you have to stop doing that immediately and get off of this video as soon as it's done. Go work on your stores, okay? Use Lovable, make an AI store, do some product research on Calidata, and just get out there and start fucking testing things nonstop, because I promise you that it is possible. It happened to me, it happened to dozens and dozens of people that I know that went from 0 to 10K, 20K. Again, like I said before, it takes time and it takes dedication, and it will be hard, and you will struggle, and you will have a lot of problems, especially when scaling at first. But I promise you that it is all worth it. It's real. Things can happen to you. Again, if you guys see my first couple of videos, you can see that I was not making anything off of this. And now it is my source of income. So it's possible, guys. keep grinding, keep believing in yourselves, and get fucking retarded. That's it.